When I was a little kid, I really loved coloring books. Giant robots, monsters, dinosaurs, you name it. Loved them. And I kind of still do like coloring books, although my wife won't let me buy them anymore. But there is a new feature called Live Paint that will let you relive that glorious time in your life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the star here and I'm going to overlap a bunch of shapes like this. I know it looks absolutely insane to do that. Then I'm going to select them all and I'm going to give it a fill color. Make all of them bright green like this. I'll hit X so I can now give it a stroke. And now we have our stars ready to paint. Now the reason we're going to use the live paint bucket is so we can have a very Picasso kind of cool feeling going on. And when I select them all like this, you see all those little bits and pieces of stars? We're able to paint all of those in this exact shape. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to use any Pathfinder. I can use this tool right here. This is our live paint bucket and it's going to change your world. So I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to move my mouse on this group and you see that we have a little bit of a warning there that says click to make a live paint group. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to go back to this tool here and I'm going to click on this tool and show you what happens if you don't have a selection already. You get this really cool little coloring book kind of thing going. So I'm going to click and now you get this dialog box that says the live paint bucket only colors live paint groups. And then you have Charlie the fish and you start to feel like all like 10 years old again. So it tells you to select a collection of paths, click with the live paint bucket and paint areas between paths. Okay, Charlie the fish, thank you. So I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to do what it told me to do. I'm going to select all of these shapes. I'm going to grab the paint bucket tool again. And now when I click, look what happens. I move my mouse and all of these little pieces are now alive. Let me grab my swatches here. Let me show you something else. I'm going to click on any row here and look at my mouse now. Look at the paint bucket. You see those colors? The light green, the medium green, and the darker green? Do they look familiar? They're exactly these colors. And if I put my mouse here, look what happens. I get red, yellow, and black. Now why is that? Because when I click in a shape, it's going to be the color in the middle. And I can quickly switch to the other colors or even rows with the arrow keys on my keyboard. Watch this. I'll hit the right arrow to change the fill color to yellow. I'll hit the right arrow again to get a light green. I'll move it again to get the blue. This time I'll move the down arrow and watch it jump down to the row down beneath it. See that? I skipped the whole row. I went down to the next row and now I can go ahead and color by moving my mouse or choosing a color in here to change the way I'm filling this object. And it's a really cool way to create some very, very detailed artwork. So I'm going to stop here. And now I'm going to show you it's still one piece of artwork. It is a live piece of artwork, all because of this great tool here. And even when I use this tool here, you see that these pieces are not really pieces. It's still enclosed shapes. It's still the entire star. It's all because of the live paint bucket technology that it's able to look at these parts that are overlapping and allow you to fill them in at random. This is a great way to bring in scanned artwork that you trace in Illustrator and then fill quickly with using this tool as well. So once again, if you really love to create some very detailed artwork with all kinds of little parts in it and you want to retain full control over your objects instead of having to group it, then the live paint bucket tool is going to really make you quite happy.